good. Yeah, I don't know why my mirror does this. I'm gonna put this here. The link is in my bio. Hello. I was trying to add some music on here, but I don't know if it's going to get copywritten, so I'm going to have to look for some instrumental music the next time I go live. But hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to be trying some new products. So if you follow me here on YouTube or any of my platforms, Instagram and TikTok, then you know that I have been talking about different products that are affordable and high-end, and we recently have come up on the Super Bowl of makeup, and that is the spring savings event from Sephora as well as Ulta. So these products I got from Ulta. Ulta said you guys are not going to do any sale without me. So I got my hands on this Milk Makeup tinted moisturizer. I love a good tinted moisturizer, especially during the warmer months. So we're going to try this out. Hi. So this is the Hydro Grip Gel Tint, and I got mine in the shade number 9, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the shade that I'm looking for. I like to typically go deeper with my skin tints, but a skin tint is really good for any skin type, and if you have mature skin, you may want a skin tint because sometimes foundations can be a little bit more fuller coverage, heavier, so you will, depending on what you like. So I'm going to prime my skin. My skin is already prepped. Brows are already done. I'm going to go on with the e.l.f. Skin Thirst Burst Drops. These are really, really nice. Really affordable. It acts as a primer and a hydration. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Linda. So these drops are really nice. I've used these multiple times. It gives a natural glow, natural hydration if you have dry skin. But like I said, it also acts as a primer. So this is what we're going to use today. Who's Stray Kids? I want to see if this is my actual shade. So I typically use a sponge. What do you guys use when you put on foundation or tinted moisturizers? You use a sponge or a brush? I can find a brush here. There's a lot of brushes on sale too at Ulta right now. I want to get my hands on some of those Morphe brushes. They're new packaging and everything is so cute. So cute. I'm trying to find a foundation brush. If not, I'm just going to go in with my sponge. I think I'm just going with my sponge. So I'm using this sponge right here. And yeah, I kind of knew that number 9 would probably be a little too light down here for me because I have dark hyperpigmentation. But what I'm going to do is probably mix this, or I'll just let it do what it's due on its own and just bronze down here for this. But I probably am going to end up getting the number 10, which was a shade darker. It's kind of hard sometimes to pick a shade online, but my local Ultas, I've talked to like 2 to 3 of them, and they did not have this makeup line in store, Milk Makeup in store. So you got to check out your locations. But from the feel of this, it feels really hydrating and really nice. So we're just going to go ahead and on this side, you use a brush. Yeah, a brush will give you a little bit more coverage. Sponges typically will soak up some of the product. So if like you want to do a actual foundation and you want it to like sheer it out, then you could use a sponge if you don't want too much coverage. I think sponges for me are just quick and easy. But it's actually not too bad down here. So I'll make it work for sure. It feels really nice on the skin though. So if you're just joining, I am testing out some new makeup products today from all the different sales that's been going on. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. This is what the packaging looks like. That's the box, and the actual packaging is this. And I have mine in the shade number 9. So yeah, this looks really nice. It evened out the skin tone. Like I said, it's giving that glow, which I like. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. I'm super excited about this. Now, although I'm going in with the skin tint to not do too much coverage, I am going to go in with a more fuller coverage concealer just so that we can test it out. Girl, we're just going to be playing with makeup today. Thank you. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. It's a weightless full coverage concealer. Charlotte Tilbury packaging is always great. This is what the packaging looks like. And I have mine in the shade 9 Tan Medium. Super excited about this. I've seen so many great reviews on this. This is what the wand looks like. So I'm just going to do a little bit, being as though people are saying that this is a full coverage. And I actually got this closer to my skin tone so that I can use this with tints. I can like spot conceal with this if it's going to give that fuller coverage. I like the wand. Just put a little right here and on my forehead. So I told myself I can just always go back and get a lighter shade, but I want to use a shade that's closer to my skin tone so that I can use it as a spot conceal. I should have opened up all these packages before getting on here. But check your Ultas now. Run, don't walk. Because Milani has these Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush and Glow sticks. This is in the shade 140 Rosalina. It's a really pretty pink packaging. But they're on sale for like $3. $3.25 I think it is right now. I don't know if they're probably discontinuing these. Because usually when something is that cheap, then they're probably going to be discontinuing it. But I'm going to try this out. We're going to try this out. But first we're going to bronze. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. This is in the shade Tulip Trip. And that's what that packaging looks like. Most of this stuff is pretty affordable. Like I said, I got this stuff on the deal. So on this you have a cream bronzer and a powdered bronzer. Both of these glide on so effortlessly, and they are buildable. So I'm going to find my brush here. Thank you, Linda. Let me get my brush. Okay. So when I use a cream bronzer, I typically go in with a double-ended brush. This one is by the Beauty Creations. I actually picked this up at TJ Maxx and I just wanted to test it out. This side I use for my nose bronzing and contouring, so you will, and then this one I use on the cheek. So I'm just going to take that and go on the cheek. Look how pigmented it is. Like a little bit goes a long way. Makeup is truly trust in the process. Truly. Trust in the process. But when you're doing any cream or liquid products, you want to go in with all of your cream and liquid products first, and then your powders to set everything in place, just so that it can be seamless, blended, and not looking too muddy. And I'm going to do a little bit right here on my nose. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and blend out my forehead. This is like my typical steps on what I do when I do my full face. And if you ever feel like you've used too much bronzer on the outer parts, you can always just take your brush, if you use a makeup brush or a sponge, don't add any more product, just blend it all that way. And now I'm just going to blend the concealer under the eye. But first, let me go ahead and use this blush. We're going to take this blush here, and it comes out like that. I'm just going to try. Now, I know that these have a little bit of a glow to them, which I love a blush that has a glow. Like, that looks like it's going to be pretty, because it kind of acts as a two-in-one, like a highlighter and a blush all at once. Let me take a new brush. Use this. So we're going to go ahead and stipple that in. Oh yeah, I could see this being worn like a everyday to add a little bit of color to the skin. Let me see if it's buildable. Let's go ahead and see if it's buildable. Oh yeah, she's buildable. A little bit goes a long way, huh? Linda, do you use blush? Do you use blush? I think these would be nice to use on any type of skin. Mature, young. Because they're hydrating too. These are very hydrating. I've never tried it. This is really good. Liquid Blush Glow by Milani. Very hydrating. So let me know if you use blush, Linda. Blush to me makes the look go even better. Like, I love a good blush. We love blush over here. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend out the under eye and the nose. Concealer. And that's why you put the blush on first, so that while that concealer was sitting, it can like blend everything seamlessly here, and you don't see the three different things that you added, such as your concealer, blush, and bronzer. Those things can now be marinated together. Okay, sometimes for special occasions. Okay. Yeah, I love a good blush. And I typically take my concealer up to the eye as well, just so everything can just look cohesive. I'm actually not mad at this shade of the tinted moisturizer. My only concern is that if it gets too hot this summer and I'm outside, which I know I will be, then I may have to get that shade number 10. So it's good to have a couple of shades in skin tints as well. So I am not mad at this concealer. To me, it didn't seem like it was too much of a full coverage. I know a really good full coverage is a OG, the Tarte Shape Tape, but that is a little bit more drying. This one is actually hydrating on the eye. It does do a little bit of blurring, if you can tell. Not mad at it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Concealer. This is the Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I love a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury products. It's best to get this stuff on sale because it is a little pricey, but I cannot complain about this. I really like this. I think I like it. Some people have been comparing it to another favorite of mine, which is the Patrick Ta. This is the Patrick Ta Major Skin Soft Blurring Brightening Concealer. So this has some brightening effect to it. This one has the airbrush effect to it, but supposedly both of them are supposed to be non-creasing. So I'm going to see if I can build this Charlotte up, because I know that I can with my Patrick Ta, and I do not get much creasing. It's very, very minimal with that Patrick Ta. I'm going to put just a little bit more right here so I can see if it's buildable. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set this so that we don't see any creasing. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection powder. Now, this is new to me, this shade. I usually use the pink one. And this pink blurring powder is phenomenal. The L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection powder is very smooth, lightweight, and just looks very blurring on the skin. So I'm going to try the translucent shade. I think this is translucent. Yep, translucent light. And like I said, I use the pink light shade all the time. So whenever I do any makeup or you see in my videos, this is the powder that I use, the pink one. But let's try the yellow one today. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the cap. And I'm just going to take a puff. And what you want to do before you set any of your under eye parts, you want to make sure that the concealer is not bunched up. So you want to go back in with your sponge or what have you and make sure that that's blended out, that there's not any creasing before you set it, because however you set it, that's the way it's going to be under your eye. That's the way it's going to be. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. I still get the beautiful blurring effect that this L'Oreal powder gives. So I love that. And I'm not mad at this shade. I like it. Okay. Just going to drag it all around. Even on the bottom. I like it. Now for a more flawless look, I typically go in with a loose powder to set and then a pressed powder on top of that. And also this is going to give me a little bit more brightening. This is the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. As you can see, love her down. Love her down. So I just typically put that all right here in this corner. Not all the way over, because this is just going to act as a brightening part of my makeup. Now we're going to set all of the other creams that we have done. While that's sitting there, we're going to go back in with our bronzer. Here's my bronzing. Here's my bronzing brush. Okay, we're just going to go in with another brush because for whatever reason, I can't find my bronzing brush. Oh, here it is. So now we're going to go in with that powder. Thank you, Linda. The powder bronzer is going to set it all in place. And this, listen, if you get this, oh, excuse me, if you get this, a little bit goes a long way. So I just lightly place that on the areas that we bronze. And when you bronze, you're typically doing the number 3, if that makes sense. So just think of that as your bronzing. And I'm going to do this side. Let me see. And then I'm just bronzing my nose and everything. And I'm going to take that powder again. If you ever feel like, you know, it's just all over the place and you want to sculpt it a bit more, you just take your powder and your puff. Make sure you tap the access in your hand and you can create a sharp line here to make it more defined if that's the look that you're going for. But if not, this is not a necessary step. That's if you just want to chisel anything. For blush, I'm going to go on top of that cream blush and set it down with this MAC blush. This is the Lovejoy Mineralized Blush. I think it'll be perfect for this too because it's a mineralized blush. So it has a little bit of sheen to it. If I can get it open. There we go. So that's what that looks like. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes from MAC, hands down. Lovejoy. I think it's a beautiful mauve-y shade. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to take this brush and go ahead and set this. Beautiful. Beautiful. I always lean towards like mauve-y, pinky tones, oranges. I did have a orange blush I wanted to try. It's this NYX one. So I'm going to go ahead and just try it on top of this and see what happens with that. Why not, right? Makeup is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. This is what this looks like. A beautiful orange. I feel like it has a little sheen to it. That's beautiful. I'm going to add that to like right here. Ooh. I forget that NYX stuff smells really good. Oh, that's beautiful. Added, it's like a sun kiss. Oh, like a sunset. Nice. Sorry about that. My allergies are... This is nice. Ah, like it. I like it. I'm gonna add a little bit to my nose. Oh, this smells like tropical. So it's on trend for sure. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. I had this orange shade in my cart for a while and I kept saying, I'm gonna try it. Nah, I'm gonna put it back. Yes. So when I got this stuff off of the Ulta website during the sale, the NYX stuff was buy one, get one half off. So this is my time to try this out. And then I have another product from NYX as well that we're going to try. This is the Buttermelt Highlighter. The blush is the Buttermelt Blush in the shade Simmering Tangerine. No wonder it smells tropical. Woo! Beautiful. Oh, I'm going to get so much wear on this. I'm so excited. This is going to be beautiful for the summer. Okay, Sooner the Butter, Shimmering Tangerine. So if you're into orange, try that out. And then this is the Buttermelt Highlighter in the shade Multi-Chrome Black. Now I just thought this was really different. This is what I got half off. It was so cheap. It was half off of $3, so yeah. And I said, even if I don't wear it as a highlighter, I could use it as an eyeshadow on those days where I just want to do a little bit. This is so beautiful. That chrome, it looks like it has some blue shift, green shift. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what it looks. Oh, oh, that's so pretty. We're going to put that on the eye. We're definitely going to put that on the eye. We're definitely going to put that on the eye. Yeah, I wouldn't wear that as a, me personally, I wouldn't wear that as a highlighter. I like to go in with more of like your gold undertones, rose golds, things like that. But before we get there, let's go ahead and set everything on the face. I'm going to go in with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. And this is just going to allow everything to just be cohesive. I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush like this. And just take my brush and tap in the powder. This is also when you're going to have everything just blend into place. So now that I just set everything in place with the Micro Smooth Powder by Sephora, we're going to go ahead and do an eye look. So sometimes I like to just keep it very simple, and lately I've been adding like a little shimmer on the outer or the inner of the eye just to keep it very simple. So I'm going to take this Morphe E22 brush, and it's like a almost like a dome type of look. I'm just going to go in with the bronzer that we used. This is the Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronzer Duo Kit. I'm going to take the powder and I'm just going to place that all over the lid. Sometimes using just a bronzer is what I usually use like on my everyday type of looks. Then I'll just go in with a bronzer all over the lid like this. And it just makes you look like you did something, but you really did nothing. Just going to blend that. This is a really pretty bronzer. It's so buttery. It blends effortlessly. And look, It looks like I've done so much with eyeshadow and I didn't. This is all bronzer on its own. No brown shadow plus black shadow, none of that. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this NYX Buttermilk highlighter. I'm going to use it as a shadow now that we've already pretty much prepped the eye with our bronzer shade all over the lid. And I'm going to just make sure I drag that down here to sculpt out the nose since it's the bronzer. That's also an easy hack as well. If you're using a bronzer all over your lid, you can just drag it to your nose to create that contour illusion. Nice. So I'm excited about this. Let me go ahead and... This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes. Do you see that? Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I literally... I'm so excited about this. I love a good dual chrome type of shade that has a green shift to it. Oh my gosh. Y'all gonna be sick of me talking about this on my channel. Because I'm gonna wear this thing out. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. Oh. And I'm just going to drag it up to the eye so that it gives like a full look. I typically have like a hooded, almost a hooded eyelid. So I try to drag my shadows up to create a larger look if I want. So if that makes sense. So if you have hooded eyes, then that's a little tip to try. Like bringing your shadow up, looking up and bringing it up. And I think that will... Ooh, I'm gotta go somewhere now. Gotta go somewhere with this look. This is beautiful. And I'm building it up to see how intense it can get. This is gorgeous. Right up my speed. Right up my speed. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm just going to take the same brush that we used the bronzer on and just blend everything up so that there's no harsh lines. Ooh, but I could see this being intensified. Like if you put a little black on the end or even a liner. Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to go in with one of my all-time favorite mascaras. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara in Black Brown. This is a really good, affordable mascara that is very pigmented, not clumpy. Can go really well on the bottom lash line as well. So I'm going to go ahead and coat the lashes. I'm going to put a little half lash on just because we have a little dramatic going on here. This, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Y'all going to get sick of me, I'm telling you. I'm going to wear this NYX highlighter as an eyeshadow out. See, look at what this Essence is doing. And I'm barely touching my lashes. Barely. Barely. Hi, Gigi. Thanks for joining. A quick recap, I'm just testing out some new makeup products. Recently, Ulta had a sale. They're still having sales, of course. But this one was like, I feel like it was like a competition between Ulta and Sephora because Sephora recently had their savings event. And I just picked up a couple of items that were super, super sale. So this NYX highlighter is what I just put on my eyes. That's giving me that like dual chrome. Beautiful. Look at how it has a purple green shift to it. I love this. That's what I have on my eyes. And we went in with some NYX blush as well as Milani is having a huge sale on these Cheek Kiss blushes for $3. Pick that up. So I have that. On the bottom of an OG, Gigi, you probably remember this. This is the MAC Lovejoy Mineralized Blush. Love this down. I've gone through so many of these and I'm still holding on to this one because nowadays I feel like the brands are reformulating a lot of the stuff and we just love this one. This is a good blush. I've been using her for years because of Gigi. I don't know why I keep closing this thing. But yeah, that's what I have on my cheeks. Thank you. Yeah, this headband, I had this for a while, but I say, you know what? We need to put the hair back and try to be some semi-cute for this live. Yes, best blush ever. Definitely. I love a good mineralized blush, but this one is like something I will continue to go to. It's a beautiful mauve, and it looks really good on the cheek. I did add all 3 of these blushes so we can like test them out, and so far so good. So far so good. Technical difficulties. Oh no. Thank you, Linda. So that's the eye. We just did the mascara. So I recently bought these lashes. Let me see what I did with them. And I've been into like just wearing a half lash, especially when I just do a quick 1-2 of bronzer and then a quick shimmer. But these half lashes been holding me down. Now, will I order them again? I don't know, because this website, Temu, they take a little long to get to you. But these little cute half lashes, I'm on my last little pair here, hanging on by a thread. But I also like the ones at Ulta as well. And I just stick them back on here and reuse them, girl. These are the Winx Be Yourself lashes. I have a mixture of them on here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Temu ones since they are a little more organized on here. So we're going to do a half lash. I also went in with this skin tint. If you are just joining, thank you so much for joining. This is the skin tint I have all over my face. It's the Milk Makeup Grip Gel Tint. And so far, so good. I do like it. This is in the shade number 9 if you're my shade twin. But I will say I think I want to get shade 10 just to have a deeper shade for the hotter months. But so far, so good. It was very hydrating. I feel like I have nothing on my skin and it's giving like a really nice glow, holding everything in place. And then for concealer, I just went in with the Charlotte Tilbury, the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Concealer. And I have mine in the shade 910 Medium. So that's a little recap of what's going on. But another good skin tint, if you're in the market for skin tints, is the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. I'm almost done this. So this is in the shade number 17 if you are my shade twin. This is the Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. So that's the Fenty. I heard some great things about the Kylie one. I haven't tried that one yet. And then I have another one that I really love, the Too Faced Skin Tint, but it's discontinued and I still use it. You know, it's a really good one. I got that during the last Sephora savings event. They were getting rid of it. So that was another thing because I think they were only like $5 or something like that. So I know when brands are bringing prices that low, they're either going to discontinue it and no longer have it. So it's best to get your hands on it when you do see it. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and put this glue on these lashes. And half lashes are so easy to just pop on too. And I don't have to worry about having glue all, like I don't know. Makeup has definitely changed as you get to a certain age or a certain dynamic in your life. These half lashes have come in handy for sure. So while the glue dries on those, I am going to go ahead and highlight. I'm going to highlight with this Marc Jacobs highlighter. This is also something that's discontinued. It's no longer sold in stores. This is the Omega Glaze All Over Luminizer. It's the most beautiful highlighter. So pretty. Very like rose gold flex to it. Amazing. Amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight with this. Yeah, the packaging is super cute. And I actually got this. TJ Maxx and Marshalls, y'all need to go. Okay, you'll find a lot of this stuff that is no longer sold in Sephora, or even nowadays, you're gonna see some stuff that they do have in Sephora and Ulta at this moment. But I had got this from TJ Maxx some time ago, and I have not given it away or anything. I'm not getting rid of it. Gigi, do you use blush or highlighter when you do your makeup? So here I just added a little bit of highlighter, and I'm just going back in. I didn't add any extra product to the blush brush that I used, just to blend it all together. But if you feel like you want to add more, go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Nobody's gonna stop you. We love blush over here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I'm going to go ahead and put these lashes on. These are going to take literally 2 seconds. Once your glue is in place, like once I sit them down, then I go ahead and adjust it. So I'm going to have my tweezers. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust them. What do you guys have planned for today? I do actually, as an OG, I still use the Wet n Wild highlighters. Wet n Wild has come out with some new stuff. I definitely want to check it out. They have some new like putty blushes. I know, like, I guess the new trend with makeup is like glowy highlighters like I just used, and also like cream putty feel type of blushes. Yeah, Wet n Wild is good. Wet n Wild is affordable. I still use that foundation. I know it's not a lot of shades in that foundation, but it's like one of the best foundations. And especially for the price point. My Paradise. That's an oldie. That's a really good oldie. But goodie. It's an oldie but goodie. Look how quick that was to put these half lashes on. I will continue to keep using these. I'm going to find some more, because I typically use a full strip when I'm going out. Yeah, I have to see about that MAC one, that Paradise one. I forgot how the shade looked, but I remember that name. Definitely. Definitely. Now I do want to try this new setting spray. This is the All-Nighter, Urban Decay All-Nighter Glow. I've never tried the Glow one. I've always had the original one. So I want to see what this is going to give. Before that, let's go ahead and do the lip. I think I'm going to keep it simple. I am going in with another MAC product. And MAC is actually sold at Sephora now, which is crazy. Transition. So this is the lip liner in Morphe, from Morphe. It's in the shade Vibes. I love this lip liner. It's like the perfect everyday brown for me. Let me go ahead and end with this. Oh, I love a good orange. I love a good orange. So orange powder. I love a good orange. I mean, I just showed you the orange. I have a lot of different types of oranges, and I feel like I'm going to continue to buy orange blushes because they're just so different. Oh, this is the MAC Over the Taupe Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Stick. Such a long name, but these are really nice. They smell good, like that typical MAC scent for their lippies. I have this in this mauve shade, and I also have it in red. They're so creamy and velvety, like it says. I can't get enough of these. I think they're just easy to pop on too. Like, easy to pop on. Look at this. They glide on so nice. Look at that. Creamy, velvety. What are your top 3 favorite lippies for summer? Probably this, because I can just quickly toss this in my bag, and I don't even have to use a liner if I don't want to. Quick mauve color. One of my other all-time favorites is the Buxom Taupe It Off. It is amazing, but they discontinued that as well, so I'm like trying not to use the rest of that up. If you're looking for like that light pinky, mauvey, nudie shade, it's like a combination all in one. And let me see, a third one I would say, probably MAC Lipstick Spirit. That's a beautiful pinky color. You can just throw that on with a little gloss, wear it by itself, line it, not line it. I would say those are my top 3. Definitely MAC products for sure. And then my e.l.f. lippies to put on top of it to give a little sheen. So I'm going to do that now with this one actually. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Super Neutral. I'm going to put that on top just to get a little sheen. Quick and easy. And to set the face, I'm going to go in with that Urban Decay All Nighter Glow. Let's see what this is giving. I go in with my sprays. And to melt all this powder, this has been a go-to for me. This is the One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. I think everyone needs this in their collection. It melts all the powders and gives like a nice natural glow, glass finish. So if you're using like powders, of course, to set all that cream and liquid down, this is going to give you that glow that it's giving right now. I love that. Especially if you have dry skin. I love this. Love this. So I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lash line. I like to do I've been lately doing my mascara last, because sometimes when I do my mascara on my bottom lash line and then I go in and spray, child, mascara be everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom lashes. And again, this is the Essence Lash Princess in Black Brown. I think she's under $5 and she does an amazing job. Top lashes and bottom lashes. She does an amazing job. Oh, I'm gonna block the lips. And yeah, I think that this came out really, really nice. I'll have to let you guys know how it wore throughout the day. But this is pretty much the look, you guys. This is pretty much the look. I still feel like lightweight, like nothing's on my skin with this skin tint and with the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. A lot of people were saying that this is a thick concealer, but she's hydrated. She doesn't feel thick under the eye. It gives a nice coverage and like that airbrush look. And then I also went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection powder. I typically use it in pink, but I tried the translucent one today and she's tea. She's tea. Thank you. So yeah, this is the look. I appreciate you all tuning in and joining. This was so much fun. Getting on live can sometimes be nerve-wracking, but I had a great time creating this look and planning makeup. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.